Morning, guys. It's very early. I've just done a load of washing up, as I have to do every day. I wake up to all of my kids washing up. It's cold. I want to keep warm. So I've made 2 cups of tea in my Elvis mugs. This is from Manny, Elvis Blue Defending the King. I have another one here. I'm not sure who sent me this one. I think it might have been Karen or Tony. Whoever sent it me, thank you. Lovely. So back to the brand new Defending Elvis. What does that mean? It basically means we're staying away from the drama. It's that simple. We're completely ignoring any drama. Yeah. So and we're going back to different kinds of topics, and we're also Elvis history, of course, but we want to have a bit of fun as well. So hence I'm playing the movies. We're going to get some good old vintage footage of Elvis, vintage interviews, just anything vintage, anything from like 40, 50 years ago, anything 20, 30 years ago that we can watch together as a group, Team Elvis. And tell you what, I'm really enjoying ignoring the drama. I'm loving it. So I wish I did it a long time ago. Anyway, right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna get my earphones. We're gonna go to part 2. So we've got these 31 movies. I found a better quality one. I think it's better quality. So Elvis Lass, we're a big fan of Elvis Lass. She's great. Has a copy on her channel. Please subscribe to Elvis Lass. She's fantastic. She's lovely. And I think this one's a bit better quality. We're going to start from where we left off, and we're going to do it in 30-minute slots. Stopping, starting is a review. We can't just play it, and I'm hoping I can do at least one this morning, maybe 2, lots of 30s, and just enjoy it. I woke up this morning up because we did part 1 yesterday. I had amazing reaction, loads of positive comments, loads of people thanking me for playing the Elvis trailers. And what we will also do, we'll probably review some of the films, or pick out a film and just, see what we can find out about it. The making of, who was there, like Anita Wood visited Elvis on the set of King Creole. There's a whole story around that and the army. So it's just, and we're going to start not just playing the trailers, but also understanding the movie, the year it was made. Every detail we can find out about it just by sitting here and asking ChatGPT, Google, doing some research, whatever comes up, just try and make it a bit more interesting. But this morning, I've just woke up. I want to wake my face up. So we're just going to literally enjoy watching these trailers. Like I said yesterday, it just takes me back in time. It literally is like getting in a time machine, going back to the 70s, which is when I watched all of these films. And just remember being with my twin, my sisters, mum and dad, and just loving it. I loved all the films, all of them. As I got older, I started having favourites like King Creole, Jailhouse Rocks. GI Blues really stands out for me. It's one of my favourite, probably because Elvis was a soldier. I like Juliet Prowse, and you've got the whole puppet scene. So here goes. I feel very fortunate that I grew up through this period. Okay, so here goes, guys. I mean, this girl's beautiful, isn't she? Who is this girl? Do any of you know who this is? It obviously the co-star, one of the co-stars.
At least that's what wise men.
His voice, oh, angelic. and literally angelic, the girl beautiful, like looking into Elvis's eyes, like, oh, Elvis is singing to me. So it all picks up its the beat of it. Now let's go.
Busy, I got dazzled and dizzy. I felt like a ton of bricks. My knees are weak, my head is spinning around. I guess that love has turned me upside down. Thought I'd get hurt, but gee, it's turning out swell. I slipped, I stumbled, I fell.
Could you even imagine being that girl? Seriously, for you ladies out there, could you imagine being sat in that car? I know it's a mock car, yeah, but with Elvis. Whew. Sorry guys, got distracted again. Let's keep going.
It needs a man to go to hell with. 'Cause that's what I want. Hours and hours of heaven that just slides on down to hell, and we don't care how or when it ends. You're wild, Glenn, just like me, unhappy wild.
So I know a lot of you guys have got the whole collection. Some of you got it on original videotape. Do we remember Betamax tape? The good old days of the video clubs, you know, the places you could go and rent out a film. That seemed like it went on forever. Then you had the Blockbuster days, didn't you? And eventually we start going over to DVD, and there are places now where you can, if you pay a few pounds, you can watch all of these films.
Searching, always searching for something he can't find.
Wild, they called him. Wild, he sang.
Marching off to get married on a husky dusty day.
And wild, he loved.
He's gonna catch us, you and me, together and spin.
Heart of a wild, wild country. I'm wild.
So guys, when we're watching this, put any memories you have, stick it in the comments. You know, which was your favourites? I know a lot of people love King Creole, but out of the sort of the girl movies, you know, which ones were your favourite?
Night and you and blue.
I'm pretty sure this one is free on YouTube. I won't say the title, I'll let you guess. So while it's doing the credits, let's stick in the comment section, which film is this?
The night is here.
Probably one of the most famous films, isn't it? Definitely one of the most successful. I was looking at the rating. You know, obviously when you look at the facts and figures, it tells you all the basic information. Let me just see if it comes up quickly. Elvis. Let's see if it comes up. We could actually bring ChatGPT in, couldn't we? We could ask a few questions. Here we go. Look, so this one. So you must have guessed by now, yeah. So let's have a look if it comes up. So here we go. We're on. So we're going through from the beginning. We've done Love Me Tender. We've done Loving You. We've done Jailhouse Rock. This was yesterday. Okay, please go and watch it. King Creole, GI Blues, Flaming Star. So we've just watched Wild in the Country. So here we go. So Blue Hawaii. It says, after arriving back in Hawaii from the army, Chad Gates defies his parents' wishes from him to work at the family business, and instead of going to work on tour as a tour guide at his girlfriend's agency. Right, okay. Let's see if it gives us some figures. It has the director Norman Turag. Then it's Joan Blackman and Angela Lansbury. Is it going to give me any figures, I wonder. Da, da, da. No. 1 hour 42 minutes long. Let's just ask. Let's ask. Let's learn something while we're here in it, guys. How successful was Blue Hawaii, Elvis's film, compared to his other films? Give me some ratings. Here goes, guys. Got me a cup of tea. Right. Blue Hawaii was one of the Elvis Presley's biggest and commercial successes and became the template for many of his later 1960s musical films. Financially and culturally, it was huge. It says here, released in 61, made around 4.5 million at the US box office in its original run, which was very strong for the time. It became one of the top grossing films of 1961. And Paramount considers it such a success that it pushes Elvis further into the light musical comedy formula. So this is the thing in it. You know, we as Elvis defenders, that's what we are. It pushes Elvis into the light musical comedy formula. I mean, that speaks volumes to me. You know, we've all got mixed opinions about the so-called cheesy movies. They say light musical comedy formula, but I couldn't imagine life without these kind of films. Yes, I know that I think Elvis fans, one of the biggest things we talk about is just how amazing Elvis could have been. How Colonel Tom Parker made poor decisions concerning the quality of the films Elvis went on to do, because he was clearly capable of being an amazing actor. Yeah. In fact, the people that Elvis admired were, Elvis could have been as good as any of them. Yeah. But how would you feel if we didn't have these? This is the thing. For me, obviously I discovered Elvis very young. Yeah, I was 4 or 5, whatever. I'd be lost without these films. You know, one of the biggest memories in my mind is films like GI Blues, you know, films like Blue Hawaii. I remember this like it was yesterday. So put it in the comments, guys. Could you imagine if Elvis did go on to just do dramatic films? You know, from a child's point of view, a lot of us were children, teenagers, growing up, discovering Elvis, loving Elvis, yeah? How different our lives will have been. So I think there is a place for these films, and they're still doing okay now, aren't they? Yeah, even all these years later, we love these films, don't we? You know, we light up. We get to see Elvis looking amazing, looking healthy, at his best. Yeah. Honestly, I'd be lost without them. A big smile comes on my face when I put these on. Even my kids, my little kids, when I put these on, oh, it's Elvis, you know. It's very glamorous and colourful, yeah. And they light up my life, yeah. And they definitely transformed the 70s for me. Running home every Saturday afternoon, watching Elvis was a big thing for me. And my brother and my sisters, you know. My dad loved these sort of films, you know. So did my mum, actually.
And you are heaven to me, Hawaiian sunset.
And I was saying this yesterday. A lot of the films, the songs in the films, which seems some of them, a lot of them are underrated. They're bloody good songs, you know. Again, where would we be with a lot of these amazing songs that were in these movies? Yeah. I know Elvis was disappointed in many of the songs, the movies. Felt he knew he could do better. But, you know, in fact, we discussed it the other day, didn't we? There was an old interview being played, and Elvis was just saying that he would get physically sick because he was so fed up with these bland scripts. So, you know, it's complicated, isn't it, guys?
Peeping from the sea.
Blue Hawaii. With Elvis as your personal guide to America's exotic Eden, our Polynesian paradise. Elvis brings you the vacation of your life in his first big musical since the sensational GI Blues.
I don't think a girlfriend would allow that now. So you got Elvis kissing the hostess and the girlfriend waiting down the bottom. It's like, that ain't gonna happen.
It'll work. She's jealous.
As he hits the beach with the most luscious armful of delight on the islands.
Don't you like it?
Oh, I love it. And I thank you for thinking of me.
Oh, I wasn't thinking of you. I was thinking of me.
Yes, the most gorgeous Wahinis on Waikiki are taking lessons from Elvis.
And Elvis loved Hawaii, didn't he? He saw it as a really healthy place to be, you know. And when he was in the I'm getting better, losing weight, getting fitter, he would think of Hawaii and he would go to Hawaii.
When he gets a job guiding gals with more than scenery on their minds.
Let's go on a moonlight swim, far away from the crowd.
When I see that, I just think you've got 5 girls. 5 girls. Elvis is like pushed right over, singing beautifully to these girls. What are all these girls thinking? We know the characters, don't we? We've got the moody teenager at the back. But I always, these girls must have been in love with Elvis. He's there singing to them. I know it's a movie set. Probably not even a real car, is it? Is it? I don't know. But they're in heaven. These girls are in heaven.
Out all alone upon the beach.
Do you want to kiss me again?
I don't rob cradles.
Did you ever see anything like this in a cradle?
It's a beautiful song. Now, isn't that one of the... I'm going to just ask it questions while I'm here. How well did I Can't Help Falling in Love do for Elvis in the charts? And so I Can't Help Falling in Love became one of Elvis Presley's most famous and enduring songs, arguably one of the signature songs of his entire career. I love it. I love it. It really relaxes me. Yeah, I think I used it on a short the other day. We're going to do song reactions to a lot of these songs. I want to do some song reactions, yeah? I actually really enjoy the song reactions. So, originally the original chart performance, 1961-62, obviously from Blue Hawaii. It reached number 2 on the Hot 100, number 1 on the Adult Contemporary chart. So obviously there's different charts, different countries. So that's America, yeah? In England, it said it reached number 11 on the UK singles charts during the original release. Then it goes on to long-term success. What makes the song special is that its popularity kept growing over the decades. I see that. Elvis' standard closing concert song in the 1970s. I didn't know that. So Elvis would use this to close his concert in the 70s. One of the most played Elvis songs on radio. One of the most famous love songs ever, of course. It sold millions of copies worldwide, of course. Now it's being streamed to hundreds of millions of people. A lot of different, many different famous artists have sang it. Then it mentions a few here. Right, even Andrea Bocelli. By 1970, the song had become emotionally linked with Elvis himself because he nearly always ended concerts with it. So I never knew that. Fans often describe the ending Wise Men as one of the most emotional moments of an Elvis concert. compared to Elvis's biggest hits, commercially, it may not have charted quite as high as Heartbreak Hotel, Hound Dog, Don't Be Cruel. But in longevity, from the point of longevity and its cultural impact, like weddings, emotional connection, and worldwide recognition, it became one of the most important songs Elvis ever recorded. Wow. I knew it was significant, and that's fascinating. Let's keep going. Actually, I'm going to do a bit more of this. Listen to the song, find out more about it, talk about the movie. So let's get more of a deep dive rather than just playing the clips, even though I love playing these clips. Wow. I mean, of course, I love this. Yeah. I know we're just getting little clips of these songs, but, you know, we'll get copyrighted if we play too much. But
There's a Frenchie.
We all remember this, don't we? We all remember the fight scene. I'm just going to top up my cup of tea and come back. Okay, guys, got my tea. So I think we've got about 9 minutes left. I'm trying to do a lot more 30-minute programs, a lot more as well. I will do the hour ones, but I think we can cover a lot more topics this way. There's so many things we need to get back to. Like, obviously, we need to start looking at the books as well. And we're going to review this lovely book very soon. June Junico in Biloxi, her little romance with Elvis. Our man Rick has just been to Biloxi, which is great. So I'm just ignoring all of the noise, the drama. We're getting back to basics, the brand new Defending Elvis. That's what we are all about now. And we've been distracted way too much. Time to get back to basics, yeah? I'm loving it. I hope you are as well. Here goes, guys. Let's carry on.
Excuse me, Mr. Garvey. Why can't we settle this?
Did I say move?
Chad, please.
Oh, go on. Turn him loose, sis. Turn that tiger loose.
It's funny because when I was running my bars, we would bump into that man with the flowery blue shirt who just decides to pick on Elvis. This is more common than you think. I think drink can bring out the worst in people. So when I see this little bar fight, whatever it is, it brings me back to the crazy days of running bars, where just people that are lovely, and they have a few drinks and they completely change. And that's pubs for you.
I'm a poor Hawaiian beach boy, a long way from the beach.
One of the most famous scenes ever, yeah? Honestly, I could be 8 years old again, 9 years old. That's how I feel when I watch this. Just my memories straight back.
Car, it's headed for this theater.
Okay, guys, can we guess this one? I'm going to have a little look. So this will be the last one of this 30-minute show this morning. It's really early in the morning. Kids are asleep. It's 7:03. Yeah, so we'll start to hear them. I may be able to do another 30-minute show this morning. Let's have a look. Let me just get my list of movies up. I know what this is. I know what this is, but I'll play it a little bit, then we'll talk about it, okay? Let's get it up. Here we go. So we were up to Blue Hawaii. This is pretty interesting. We were up to Blue Hawaii. So this film, can you guess the year? And before I go into it, let's watch it a little bit.
Loaded with the most happy-go-lucky group of wanderers who ever came down the pike chasing after a rainbow. And the happy-go-luckiest of them all is the one and only Elvis himself.
Obviously, the song gives it away, you know, sorry guys, but you probably already guessed it. Can you guess the...
One you've never seen before. Uproariously funny as a lawman who does everything wrong but gets the right results.
Okay, so let's look it up. Why not? Was Follow That Dream successful compared to the other Elvis movies? So it says here, Follow That Dream was considered a successful film, but not on the same massive commercial level as Blue Hawaii, Viva Las Vegas, and GI Blues. I mean, I love Viva Las Vegas, of course, and Margaret, come on. However, many Elvis fans and film historians think it is one of his better acting performances. Oh, that's interesting. It made a respectable profit. It was successful enough for the studio to be happy, but it was more of a mild level Elvis hit rather than a commercial blockbuster. They did not create the same merchandising musical explosion of Blue Hawaii. Critics were actually kinder to Follow That Dream than many of the other films. Elvis was very relaxed and comedic. It was quite a quirky film. The fact that he played a more innocent, unusual character rather than just singing to the ladies. Some people see it as one of Elvis's few Elvis films where you can still glimpse the actor from King Creole underneath the formula. All right, okay. Elvis performance, he plays Toby Quimper, a cheerful, naive, honest young man. Fans often say he seems natural and relaxed, funny, and genuinely charming in this part. It's one of the movies where Elvis looked like he actually was enjoying himself. Okay. The soundtrack was much smaller than the big Elvis movies. Yes, it compares it to the big. Obviously, the big ones seem to be Blue Hawaii, GI Blues, and Viva Las Vegas. Oh, actually, it gives us a little list here of the most successful. Is this right? It says it puts Blue Hawaii at the top as most successful. Is that right? I don't actually know. And then it says Viva Las Vegas, obviously, and Margaret. Come on, guys. King Creole, Follow That Dream, Clam Bake. Financial successes. Okay, I don't know if that's accurate because it's ChatGPT. I know a lot of people frown at ChatGPT. I find it bloody useful, but it does get things wrong. I must say that. It does get things wrong. So, let's just quickly see the year of the, I think, pretty sure it's 62, isn't it? Let's find it. So Follow That Dream, 1962, and it's they got a different director, Gordon Douglas, and it says here Arthur O'Connell and Anne Helm. Okay.
Elvis, absolutely irresistible.
Can you guess what came after Follow That Dream? There's a good question for you. What came after Follow That Dream? Obviously, we're in 62, yeah? So some of you were there, weren't you? Some of you will remember going to the cinema, watching these as a small child. Yeah, so to you guys, can you guess what's next?
As an unwilling Lothario who turns to ice every time a lovely lady turns on the heat.
Anybody ever tell you you're very handsome?
Yeah, millions, I expect.
Only girls.
It's funny because Arthur O'Connell, let's just see his face again. He just reminds me of Willy Wonka, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, where he couldn't get out of bed. Yeah, and he takes him to Wonka's factory.
Anybody ever tell you you're very handsome?
Only girls. Take care.
So it says here, a family of ragtag vagabonds sets up a makeshift home on a Florida beach after becoming marooned there and prompting an uptight local bureaucrat to attempt to evict them.
There's the sheriff, Pete. Turn on the music.
Have you guessed what the next film is yet, guys?
And make it loud. I like it loud.
So the next film was also made in 62. And in 1962, according to this, Elvis made 3 films. 3 films. So yeah, he was overworked. He was overworked. Why so many? You'd understand maybe 2 at a push, but 3? Wow.
Well, what are you waiting for? Where's your gun? I got it.
Girl it is. Let's have a look. Did it say the name of the girl? It says Anne. Let's have a look. Anne Helm.
They insist that they're giving sound advice, but
I want that blue shirt. I'm going to start wearing a few shirts on my shows, guys. I've got quite a few shirts. I'm going to start putting some on.
as sure as you're living, it ain't sound, it ain't nice.
Oh, one of my favourite songs. The thing is, it's only going to play 5 seconds of it. And I'll do a music reaction to this. A song reaction, yeah? 5 seconds of it.
Louis. Yeah? Here, take the flashlight.
Like when I remember being 18 years old and just wanted to be in business. I felt that way when I was about 15. I remember saying to my dad when I was 15, I want my own business. I want my own business. And I don't know if he believed me. And yeah, you do have to follow that dream. And, you know, you can achieve massive success with nothing. With nothing. Me and my twin brother had nothing. We left school at 15. Everything we had, we earned. We found a way to get it. Me and my brother, my twin, would put our heads together and we would think, right, you know, save up, sell our cars, you know, get a job, work. Yeah, and we would find the very first, the second business we did together. It's quite simple when I look back on it. Now, the first business I did was a gift shop. So, you know, like my Elvis shop. It was very like that. It was just a small little shop inside a market, an indoor market, selling figurines, souvenirs on Western Supermare seafront. That was my first business. Took out a small bank loan and set up a little shop. Yeah. A friend of mine helped me put the shelves up. A guy called Paul Beckham. And I found where we could buy all the stock quite close by. It was 25 minutes away. Quite a simple little business. I would just sit there selling all my souvenirs. Cheap souvenirs for older people. It was an indoor market. So we would have coach loads of old people would come in. I was at 19 or something. That got me started. But my second business was my brother's idea. My twin brother said he'd heard about a fish and chip shop, you know, on the Western Supermare seaside. Yeah. It was selling fish and chips, pie and chips, sausage and chips, burgers and chips. And the guy in there was a Welsh man called Cyril. Yeah. Yeah, we knew him. Yeah. And he was fed up. He would stand there. Him and his wife were fed up of running this chip shop. So we approached him and said to him, it was my brother's idea. I give full credit to my brother, my twin. Yeah. We approached him and just said to him, can we rent it off you for 1 summer? So it was around March. Yeah. This is around 1988, 87, whatever it was. Surprisingly, he said, he came up with a figure, a set amount. He said, if you give me this set amount of money, it was actually £10,000. Yeah. This is, you know, in the late 80s. Now, me and my brother didn't have £10,000. We probably didn't even have £500. So we said to him, I'll tell you what, let us move in. We'll buy your stock, because he had some stock. He had like food and dry goods and, you know, packaging, all that. So we said to him, if we pay for your stock, take over the bills, the gas, the electric, the rates, so you have council tax. So because he wanted to stop the bills, because he was losing money, yeah? He was fed up. He'd been there a few years, he was fed up with his lovely wife, yeah? And can we pay? We said to him, if we take over the bills, buy your stock, because we had enough money to buy the stock. It was a great location. At that point, it was only opening till about 7 or 8 o'clock. And so we said to him, we'll give you your £10,000, but it was for 6 months. It was a 6-month rental agreement, yeah? We'll give you your £10,000 if you let us pay you at the end of each month. Get it? So we move in, we gave him the stock. I think the stock was about £500. We sold our cars so we could afford it. We moved in. I knew how to run a chip shop because my dad had a chip shop when I was a child growing up. So I knew what to do. So did my brother. My brother quit his job. My brother worked in a garage fixing cars. Yeah. I quit my job. I was working in a clothing shop, suit department, a clothes shop in Bristol. I worked in Burton's. Then I moved to another Bristol a posh clothing shop for wealthy people called Blazer Menswear. Blazer Menswear. Look it up, actually, see if it still exists. I don't think it does, though. And so we quit our jobs, we sold our cars, and this we moved in. The changes that we made were, instead of closing at 8, we would stay open late, because across the road were the nightclubs. So you had discos, bars, nightclubs around that area on the seafront of Weston-super-Mare, near the beach, near the pier, yeah, the Grand Pier. And so we started opening late. So as people were coming out of the nightclubs, they would come to our chip shop, get a burger, a pizza, a kebab. And so by opening late, we made the business very, very successful, really busy. So all the girls were coming out, Louis and Andy were twins, good looking twins. We were really working hard, day and night. We committed 7 days a week, 7 days, 7 nights. We were always there. We had hardly any staff. We had a couple of mates working for us because it got busy. Plus, during the day, we were busy, fish and chips, ice creams. We introduced ice creams in the day. And it was just a big success, yeah? And we paid Cyril his £10,000 quite easily. So at the end of each month, we paid him a section of the £10,000. The £10,000 was broken up into 6-month payments, and that was it. That was how we did it. You don't have to be that clever to do business. Yes, we worked really hard, day and night, no holidays, no time off. We committed fully for those 6 months. And yes, I had my little gift shop that was running alongside it. My brother partnered with me on the gift shop. My sister Dora helped run the gift shop, so she would go to the gift shop, which was only across the road, selling souvenirs, Weston-super-Mare souvenirs. And they worked together. So we were running the chip shop, running the gift shop, small little gift shop. I've posted a picture of it on my Defending Elvis Facebook page. And I've also posted a picture of the chip shop. The chip shop was called Mighty Bite. And you see a picture of Louis, 19 years old, stood there all keen with my hand-drawn menu. So me and my brother, we were so excited. We had no money. So we would make our own menus out of stencils. Do you remember how you get the old stencils in a piece of card? Some felt tip pens, and we would make our menus because we had no budget, we had no money. So this is what got us going. Yeah. So you can actually get into business quite cheap if you use your brain. If you use your brain. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go. I can hear footsteps. So I hope you found my little story interesting about how to get into business for free, more or less. I've loved this. I've loved this. We really need to get back to this. Just normal Elvis topics, normal Elvis history, having a bit of fun, but we are still going to be defending. To anybody that thinks, oh, Louis given up defending, I have not. Yeah. Yesterday we did a Priscilla topic, didn't we? And there's many other topics. I will always be defending. I will always defend Donna, and but we need to have some fun. We need to inject some fun. We definitely need to ignore the noise, the drama. Yeah, just completely blank it. This is the way forward. So Team Elvis, you rock. I hope you loved this. I loved it. See you soon, guys. I'll be back. So in the end, we were 43 minutes. So a bit longer than 30 minutes. I'm going to post this now and join you in the comments while I get the kids' packed lunch ready. I've done all the washing up, so it's just make the packed lunch. My wife will dress them upstairs and get on with my life. Do you know what? It's very sunny today. Very, very sunny. So we're going to have some dog walks as well. So what do you think of the brand new Defending Elvis, A New Beginning? What do you think of it? Yeah? Do you think it's a good idea to just ignore the noise? And thanks, guys. Team Elvis, you rock.